My name's Corey David, and welcome to the Mile High Report. On Tuesday, the mayor of Denver instituted a stay-in-place order, which means you can't leave your house until April 10th, to which 100,000 transplants replied, "But that's the only reason we moved here. If we wanted to be afraid to go outside, we would have moved to Chicago." Listen, bro, I get it. You've only got one life to live, and you haven't talked to your grandmother in months anyway. Totally makes sense. But hear me out. It's a state of emergency. We all need to take extra precautions in order to keep everybody safe. Plus, there's lots of fun things that you can do inside. Watch Netflix, play Super Smash Bros., or start a fans only page. Fansonly.com is a website where you can pay to access somebody else's premium content that they put on the internet. Things like knitting, yoga, or what it's predominantly used for, cam girls. I'm not here to slut shame, okay? People should be able to do whatever they want for money, especially with these trying times. I mean, when I needed extra cash in college, I would just sell dirt weed on the side. The money wasn't great, and the high wasn't either. That's my mistake. It has been surprising, though, to figure out who you went to high school with that's working in the sex industry now, because people are posting about their pages on all of their social media. Now, while some people, I get it, totally understand, but other people make you realize there is definitely a niche for everybody. So log on to fansonly.com and either make your own account or pay to watch your old chemistry teacher jerk off a test tube with their feet. I'm looking at you, Mr. Foster. Support your local economy. The people getting hit hardest by this right now might be the people working in the service industry. Bar and restaurant owners have been forced to lay people off by the thousands just to stay alive, because they can really only offer to-go and delivery services. But they've been resorting to weird techniques in order to get more customers to come in, like offering a free roll of toilet paper with every purchase. Or something Casa Bonita has been offering since the day that they opened. They even offer it on their secret dessert menu as long as you order it a la mode. Luckily for most people, Trump is sending everybody $1,200 in the form of a check to help with relief, or the equivalent to the size of a broom closet for a month's rent in Cap Hill. Basically the same thing. Now, don't be surprised when Trump's checks actually bounce. I mean, after all, nobody thinks he has that much money. I can imagine that the press conference after the checks get released says something like, "Listen, people, I told you not to cash them till Wednesday. This is not my fault." As if dating wasn't hard enough already, finding love in the COVID area is going to prove to be much more difficult. I mean, when's the last time that you had to worry about an STD potentially putting your grandparents in the hospital? It's not fun times for anybody. When he was in a recent press conference, Mayor de Blasio was even asked, "How do you feel about people dating during the COVID era?" To which he replied, "I think people should be able to keep living their lives. But if you're sick, don't go on a date. And if the other person is sick, don't go on a date with that person." To which the reporter replied, "But what if the other person's a total thirst trap and you haven't gotten laid in a while? Does that change anything?" Sites like Tinder and Bumble are actually experiencing a surge in users, which is pretty surprising considering you can't actually see anybody. But it is kind of funny how we're going back to an old school way of dating using technology where you actually have to get to know the person before you sleep with them. Just remember, kids, the safest form of sex is phone sex. No, what are you wearing? They're even adding functions like group chatting where you can go on dates with multiple people at the exact same time. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but that still doesn't count as a threesome, even after this is all over. Eric, you had enough trouble getting laid by one person before all this happened. Now I'm supposed to pretend you had a menage a trois while everybody was under quarantine? Go fuck yourself. Now, in case you were wondering what to do with the stockpile of LSD that you just bought just in time for music festival season, you're in luck. Bands like Phish are offering live streams of either old concerts or live events that are CDC compliant for you to view for free. Every Tuesday, you can access a free concert from Days of yesteryear at livephish.com. Much to Wookiees rejoice everywhere. That means families across the globe can now do the hippie shake in their living room, make grilled cheese in their driveway, without having to worry about getting Molly from a stranger that turns out later was actually meth. This past Tuesday was actually a replay from Dick's Sporting Goods Field here in Denver, fondly referred to by Phish fans as Phish Dicks. Some of you might recall this past year's series of concerts was almost canceled when a community of prairie dogs near the stadium actually got the Black Plague. Sound familiar? Now, to commemorate the occasion, Phish is actually offering a unique experience for their VIP members where they will send you a free stuffed prairie dog when you sign up and enroll. Isn't that amazing? And by stuffed, I mean taxidermied. But don't be surprised when the thing wakes up eventually and starts running around your living room, because it turns out it wasn't actually dead. It was just in a deep ketamine hole all along.